A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a shocking turn of events, President Donald Trump has taken credit for a ceasefire agreement between India and Pakistan that quickly unraveled just hours after it was announced. This ceasefire was purportedly reached after intense negotiations facilitated by the United States, involving Trump himself, Vice President J.D. Vance, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio. However, Indian officials have refuted Trump's claims, stating that the agreement was negotiated directly between the two nations. Fighting erupted almost immediately across the border following the ceasefire announcement, signaling a troubling continuation of hostilities between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. On Saturday morning, Trump took to social media, declaring, "After a long night of talks mediated by the United States, I am pleased to announce that India and Pakistan have agreed to a full and immediate ceasefire." He congratulated both nations for their common sense and great intelligence in reaching this agreement. Meanwhile, Ishaq Dar, Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister, confirmed the ceasefire on social media, but the celebratory tone was short-lived. Just hours later, reports surfaced of renewed fighting along the line of control, with local lawmakers and officials from both countries indicating that clashes had resumed. Omar Abdullah, the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, expressed his disbelief on social media, stating, "What the hell just happened to the ceasefire? Explosions heard across Srinagar." This sentiment was echoed by India's Foreign Secretary, Vikram Misri, who accused Pakistan of violating the ceasefire agreement, stating that there had been repeated violations of the understanding reached earlier that day. The ongoing conflict is rooted in the long-standing territorial dispute over Kashmir, a region both India and Pakistan claim in its entirety. The recent escalation in violence was triggered by a terror attack in Indian-administered Kashmir, which killed 26 people, prompting India to launch retaliatory strikes against what it described as terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan. This military action led to an exchange of fire between the two nations, further complicating the already tense situation. Despite Trump's assertion of a successful mediation, the exact nature of the U.S. involvement remains unclear. Indian officials have been quick to assert that the ceasefire was a product of direct communication between the two countries, while a senior Pakistani intelligence official indicated that Rubio played a significant role in the negotiations, attributing finalization of the agreement to Trump. In the wake of the ceasefire announcement, Trump also declared his intention to substantially increase trade with both India and Pakistan, framing it as a gesture of appreciation for their willingness to end hostilities. This announcement comes as India and the U.S. are on the verge of starting formal negotiations for a bilateral trade agreement, which could potentially ease trade tensions exacerbated by previous tariffs imposed by the Trump administration. As the situation continues to evolve, the international community watches closely, hoping for a lasting resolution to the conflict. However, with the ceasefire already in jeopardy, the prospect of peace in the region remains uncertain. The dynamics of U.S. involvement in South Asia will likely continue to be scrutinized, particularly in light of Trump's controversial claims of mediation in a conflict that has historically been sensitive to external influence. In conclusion, while Trump may have heralded a moment of hope for peace, the immediate resurgence of violence serves as a stark reminder of the complex realities on the ground. The journey towards a stable and lasting ceasefire will require not only diplomatic efforts, but also a commitment from both India and Pakistan to engage in meaningful dialogue and address the underlying issues that have fueled decades of conflict. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.